Morning guys, welcome to YT 101. Today we're going to talk about advertising creativity, going for the history of creative in advertising. Okay, history of creativity in advertising. Okay, so guys, welcome. And for those who have watched the series from previous series until now, thank you very much for your support and do follow. Okay, because this will be going to be a very on Monday to Friday. Okay, God willing, you'll be there. Okay, now let's see. Okay, the history of creative in advertising start off with the person called P.T. Barnum. Yeah, the circus founder P.T. Barnum. Okay, and the manufacturers of patent medicine. Two things. Okay, patent medicine and also P.T. Barnum. Okay, were amongst the advertising pioneers, okay, in the early stages of advertising, yeah, where they use hyped up words and also hyperbole or exaggerating the obvious, right? So P.T. Barnum was full of promotional ideas. Okay, you can also watch the movie if you want to, movie starring Hugh Jackman, P.T. Barnum, called The Greatest Show on Earth, I think the movie is. Okay, and also about publicity. Okay, and one of the things that is example of the great P.T. Barnum, the highlight of his traveling circus. One of them is example here, a stupendous mirror of departed empires and pageants, and also gorgeous spectacle. So they use the words very nicely and also very convincingly, so everyone can imagine what it's all about, right? Okay, you can check out The Greatest Showman, the movie starring Hugh Jackman, to get to know more of this P.T. Barnum. Okay, right? Okay. In his poster, he loved to use things that is out of the world. Siamese dream, the tallest human alive to the shortest human alive. He even bring in through his circus a mermaid, but actually that mermaid is being sewn up by costume to make it real. Yeah, so everything is extravagant, amazing, stupendous, out of this world kind of showcase. That's P.T. Barnum, and traveling all around the world, showcasing all of this under the circus that he made up. So promotional wise, he's there, and he is the one who pioneered advertising to the masses. Yeah. Here, example here is a P.T. Barnum and company's greatest show on Earth. Okay, where they bring very lifelike and also very, how to say it, very in your face kind of extravagant. Okay. You can say in today's generation, circus become modern, as you know, become modern, and they use less and less animals in their show. Okay, to avoid all of this misconception about animal cruelty and so on and so forth. Okay, now let's go to the art and science of advertising. There's an art and science behind it. Yeah, creative era can be traced back during the 30s onwards. In the 30s, yeah. I'm gonna say one or two because there's a lot of years. I'm gonna say one or two, yeah. In 1932, John Capels applied scientific methods in mail order, okay, copy, and also headlines. Yeah. In 1940s, a person called Clyde Berdell, okay, developed selling strategies. Okay, and also in 1950s, Rosa Reeves developed unique selling proposition, or USP as you call it. So USP until now is very important. Until now, it's a very important aspect of advertising and also marketing as well. Right? Now, still under the art and science of advertising, effective advertising is not only focused on the outcome or the product or the service and the message itself, it's about the logic and also creativity. All agencies have copywriters, okay, and an art director with a responsibility for developing the creative concept and also creative execution of the advertising idea. You all have to have this copywriter with you in your advertising agency. Okay, advertising creativity is a product of teamwork. Copywriters and art directors come together to generate concept, okay, word and picture. You got word, picture, concept, and also you got your visual and audio to follow suit. That's under how to put in terms of art and also the science behind it. Science, you can say, for example, psychology of human. You learn about that psychology, okay, the needs, the wants, the Maslow hierarchy of need. These are all the science, psychological science behind it, yeah, as well. Now we go for the timeline. Okay, stage 1, age of print. Yeah, ads on these early years look like what we call as classified advertising. Okay, and also purpose of the advertising is to deliver information at first, to deliver information. There's no creativity. It is a straightforward message to everyone who are reading and of course who are listening to the radio at the time. At the time, we only have radio. For this one, it's just print, okay, newspaper, and so on. Now, number 2, emergence of consumer society. Okay, by the end of the 19th century, okay, advertising began to give their goods brand name. For example, Baker chocolate, Ivory soap. Okay, purpose of it is to differentiate one brand to another and to create the demand in terms of consumer society. Okay, when in the 19th century you got your industrial revolution coming up. Okay, in America you can see railroads are building to crisscross around America, so every state can have access to all the goods and product from every state in America. Okay, developments of steamboat and everything comes together in the 19th century. And to differentiate one product to another, you have to have a brand name for the product or the service and to create a demand behind it. Okay, Baker's cocoa. I bet you over there you have a lot of cocoa product, but you have to put a name. It's like, for example, you got a soap. Everyone uses the same soap, but if you put a brand in it with the ingredients, the benefits, the USP behind it, it is much more superior than soap B, soap C, and soap D. You know what I mean? For example, yeah. Here, Ivory soap. For all the soaps that is in market, Ivory soap is the only soap that floats. So you can imagine all the soaps, when they are on the surface of the water, they all just drown. Okay, but this one, it floats, which is good at the time. Yeah, it's good at the time. Okay, stage 3, modern advertising era. Okay, in this early 20th century, okay, modern professionals advertising adopted scientific research techniques blended with science and art. Scientific, you do research, simplified this and that. Yeah. Stage 4, age of agencies. Okay, the agency world and also the management of advertising developed rapid after World War I. Okay, brand name concept was coined. The conception of account service, we call it status appeal, are all there. Status appeal means that the high class, the bourgeoisie, the high class want to be different from the other class in the society. That's under stage 4, age of agencies. Stage 5, the creative era. Okay, the creative power of agencies, okay, culminated in the 60s and 70s. Okay, in an era where where the period market and also resurgence of art is there, inspired and also institutional, such as Leo Burnett, David Ogilvy, and also William Bernbach. Okay, Ogilvy and also Leo Burnett is still there, still in the world of advertising, and they have branches in KL. Stage 6, the accountability era. Okay, starting from the 1970s, this period began an industry-wide focus on effectiveness, advertising in terms of effectiveness. Okay, clients want ads to produce sales, not only just for art's sake, not only for just to cover up the newspaper, to cover up the spaces, whatever it is. It's more about effectiveness, the sales it generates from advertising. Okay, so research must be done, and also you have to measure the instrument being used for your advertising. Is it effective or not? Stage 7 is age of social responsibility. Then the last stage in the 1990s, corporations were challenged by shareholders and also others in the community not only to focus on product or brand or marketing and get result from the advertising. It's also about the question of social responsibility that is very much alive in today's advertising, CSR. Okay, for example, Petronas through celebrations of festivals, example, and a lot more to come. Now, there are examples that you can Google. For example, United Colors of Benetton. United Colors of Benetton, you can Google that one. So they are the first brand to pioneer what we call today as LGBTQ. They are the brand. There are some brands, but these are the most known brand in the 80s at the time. So what is being said by the person behind this, Luciano Benetton, assured us here, quote unquote, we did not create our advertisement in order to provoke, but to make people talk, to develop citizen consciousness. Citizen consciousness. Remember that one, the word. It must be acknowledged that such campaign do wonders for the company. A political alignment with consumer and makes the word of mouth move along the way. That's what they want to do. So United Colors of Benetton really wants to spread the word and to provoke certain issues. And you can Google more about it. Advertisement wise, it's more towards the LGBTQ and also fashion forward in the sense of the color, vibrancy, and so on and so forth. In the collection. Now, campaign, for example, for the Olympics. Visually stunning. You can go and Google the Olympic logo by United Colors of Benetton. The color, the sparkling colors. Talk about the black and white. And also inequality in love, and so on and so forth. You can Google that one. So that's about it. Example from Benetton just now. So to conclude the history of creativity in advertising, remember the one who sparked the idea for this very influential is P.T. Barnum and his traveling circus and the selling of medicine at the time. Then you go for the stages. Then you have the industrial revolution. You have society getting to know the brand and the product, differentiate one brand to another, and finally the stages of advertising until it reaches a stage where the consciousness of people need to be understood, and advertisement not only to sell product and service.